Fake job adverts are everywhere these days. And the unfortunate part is that they often target people who are genuinely trying to find a job. So, this video is going to show you how to identify fake job adverts. I'm going to explain how to identify fake job adverts. Number one, on social media, when you see, especially on LinkedIn, X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, when you see job posts that says things like reply interested to get the application link via DM, or comment this or that to apply immediately, please be very careful when you see things like that. Legitimate companies do not collect applications through comments or random DMs. They use official application portals like company emails. They use, websites, and they clearly state the hiring process. So when you see such a job that says comment interested and everything in between, do not comment. Do not send your CV or your personal details via DM when you see such jobs. What you should simply do is to ignore such jobs and move on. All right? Number two, any job that asks you to pay money, I want to sound this very clearly. Any job that asks you to pay money is not a legitimate job. It's not real. No legitimate job will ask you to pay money, whether it's registration fee, training fee, processing fee, especially before you receive an offer letter. Never pay for a job. In fact, the moment money is mentioned as a condition to get an offer, that job is fake. Okay? The moment money is mentioned as a condition to get an offer, then that job is fake. So what you should do is ignore such job, and if possible, you can report them to the police, and if it's posted online, report such account. Okay. Number three, if the job description in the advert is vague, and how do I mean? If a job advert says things like work online, earn big money, no experience needed, and the job advert does not clarify or clearly explain your responsibilities or duties, or even what the company does. If it just says work online, earn big money, no experience needed, that's a warning sign. It's a red flag. So beware of such job. Number four, if the company cannot be verified, before you apply for a job, ask yourself these questions. Can I find this company online? Do they have a website? Do they have an email? Check online. Some job adverts obviously uses email address, Gmail or Yahoo, and that's because some companies, small companies, don't have a website, or they don't have a strong presence online, and you might mistake them as scammers. Some companies are like that. But what you should do is verify such companies, whether they are recruitment companies. Call the company directly, ask people in your network if they know companies like this. Check on Nairaland, check online to see if they exist, either as a scam or whatever. And if the role is supposed to be an on-site role, request for a physical office visit, ask for their address, and when you get to their address, ask around to know if people know those companies. Just 2 days ago, I helped a close friend to verify a civil engineering company that had no online presence. What I did was I asked him to share the address of the company. I visited the address. I asked around the vicinities close to the address to know if people know that company. And guess what? It turned out to be legit. Company actually exists. So do things like this to verify such companies. Number 5, if an interview only happens on WhatsApp or Telegram, whether the interview is fully, the entire interview process is on WhatsApp, sometimes they are usually fake. However, you can verify if they are valid or not, especially during interviews. Ask to, at the very least, request to see the person interviewing you on video, especially if they ask you to turn on your camera. Also request, with the ability that they should turn on their camera so that you can put a face to the interviewer. Putting a face to the interviewer gives you something to hold on to if anything suspicious happens. So that's very important. Number 6, which is the last one. If the offer is too good to be true, then it probably is. For instance, if you see a role that says the salary is $500,000 for 2 hours of work per day, no skills, no experience, and it looks too good to be true, sometimes it probably is. So you need to double check to be sure that it's legit, using the examples I have given previously. Don't let desperation make you make decisions that would mar you. Verify every opportunity. And this brings me to my last advice: verify every opportunity. Take your time. Well, if this video helped you, please share it with someone who is job hunting. It might save them from falling for a scam. I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe out there, and cheers. Bye.